Hey everyone, it's Ally and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over the newest launch from Zoologist. This was one that I was super excited to get my hands on. For those of you who know me, I have two animals that are my favorite animals ever. I love starfishes and I love seahorses. People that know me know that my favorite place in the world is the Monterey Bay Aquarium. I love the aquarium. I love going in there. They have an amazing jellyfish exhibit, an amazing seahorse exhibit. I love their deep open water tank. Like, all in all, it's just a beautiful place. I love sea life. I've always been really attracted to water. I just love everything about seahorses and starfish, and they're just so cute. Like, I love them. I don't know why. I've always been obsessed with sea life in general, but I've always been really attracted mainly to starfish and seahorses. And when I saw that the latest launch from Zoologist was going to be Zoologist Seahorse, I knew immediately I had to have it. This was one that once I saw Victor Wong promote it a few months ago on his Facebook page, I was like, yes, that's happening. That's going to be my next buy. I was here for this. I love seahorses, and what I love about Zoologist, and one thing that really made me fall in love with the brand, is that they take fragrance and create literal art with it. They are a unique, innovative, beautiful brand. Victor Wong has done so amazing with the Zoologist brand, and basically he creates fragrances that encompass the animal, its environment, everything about it, and they give you a unique viewing experience with your nose to this animal's habitat. And I really do enjoy that concept. I think it's unique, it's innovative. Not a lot of brands do something like what Zoologist does. It's a really standout brand, and I really do love that they are essentially creating art in the form of fragrance. It makes me fall in love more and more with fragrance as time goes on, having brands like Zoologist in the game. Zoologist is probably one of my top favorite brands of life, because no one does what Zoologist does, and Zoologist does it so well. I really do love the concepts. I love the art, the bottles, just everything is on point with the brand, and I really do love it. And like I said, when I saw this bad boy, I knew I had to have it. I did get the limited edition packaging because the second this launched, I jumped on the website, ordered it right away. I didn't want to wait, and I wanted to add this to my collection ASAP. And I mean, look at this packaging. Is that not the most beautiful, like iridescent? This is the cover that holds the box. On the inside, you have a little bit more about the perfume as well. You have this beautiful drawing of the seahorse. It's really, really cool. The perfumer is Julian Resquinet, and his photo is there. And then you have the notes on here. You have Guatemalan cardamom, fennel, amberette absolute, clary sage, tuberose neroli. You have algae absolute, vetiver, and an ambergris accord. And yeah, this is basically what the packaging looks like. The box sits inside. You sort of pull it out this way. The box looks like this. It says Zoologist. It did have like a sticker here and one at the bottom that sort of keep it secure and closed. When you open it up, the fragrance sits inside here. As you can tell, I took the fragrance out. I've had this for a couple days now. I've been able to play with it. The bottle looks like this. I love the bottle, you guys. This is the limited edition packaging. It reminds me of beautiful sandy beaches because it's got this sort of sandy, like almost off-white golden color that fades up into this beautiful turquoise, almost like Caribbean water sort of effect. It's a really beautiful gradient. I really love it. The juice is absolutely stunning. It's got this beautiful gold top cap with this, like, I think it might be faux leather, like, touch around here that's like this off blue, almost like turquoise, Tiffany greenish blue color. It's really beautiful, you guys. I really love the packaging. I think it's beautiful. All of Zoologist's packaging is gorgeous. I love the sort of animal heads with like the human like bodies. I think it's such a unique, fun touch. All in all, like I said, the brand is a total hit for me. It's a love in so many ways. I love Zoologist. And like I said, I was really excited about this one. This is described as an aquatic unisex fragrance. And I did find it to be quite unisex. It has a slight masculine lean in my opinion, especially in the opening. For some reason in the opening, it reminded me a lot of Chromosaro. I remember being really in love with that fragrance when I was like really young and smelling it for the first time and being like, wow, that's sexy. And it was like my favorite men's fragrance when I think I was like in junior high or high school. Like I was really young when I first smelled Chromosaro, the men's one, and I was just like, dang, that is sexy. There's something very aromatic about Chromosaro and very kind of almost aquatic clean to my nose that this sort of has that reminds me of that fragrance. And that's probably why it leans slightly masculine in my opinion, just because there's something about it that like triggers the memory of that fragrance, which is a masculine leaning fragrance. But this is really, really beautiful. On the initial opening, oh my gosh, you get this sort of marine note that sort of hits you in your face. It's aquatic. And you get that sort of algae note that's in this. It really does smell like you're in a lagoon and there is this sort of wet, sort of green algae-like accord there. It's really unique. It's really interesting. What I love it is that it really does remind me of the ocean. I've been to Hawaii a lot growing up. I used to vacation there when I was younger. My mom took me there a few times. My grandparents took me there. And this fragrance reminds me of when I was young and I would snorkel in Hananama Bay. It's very bright. It's very clean smelling, but it's aquatic at the same time. That algae adds a uniqueness that I think makes it lean a little bit more masculine. It's sort of this like wet green, sort of sea-like effect. It's really, really beautiful. The clary sage adds a sort of aromatic effect and it's slightly sweetened up by that cardamom. The cardamom, adds a little bit of a spice to the fragrance, but it's not a spicy fragrance in any way. If anything, it adds sort of like this ray of light to it. Cardamom is sweet. It's a very sweet spice, and it almost adds this sort of sunshiny effect, like sun-kissed skin. It's really, really beautiful. The tuberose and the neroli play so beautifully together. When I smell these two notes, it reminds me of bright, warm, sunny days out on the ocean. It's really, really nice, you guys. The fennel and the clary sage mixing in with that algae and that sort of vetiver touch that this has adds a sort of aromatic effect that I find lasts throughout the whole fragrance. But that algae note is so unique. Like, it's really, really interesting. Like, I don't want to say I hate it, but I'm definitely not used to it. Like, it's so unisex smelling, almost slightly feminine, but that sort of algae note sort of puts a halt in it, and it's like, we're not leaning feminine, we're going to be unisex, and we're stopping here. Like, it's so, so interesting. It's just so beautiful. When I smell this, it reminds me of crystal clear blue waters. It reminds me of swimming in Hananama Bay, which if you've ever been there, you know it's like crystal clear waters. You go snorkeling there, there's all this sea life in there. This fragrance literally takes me back to that moment in time that I was snorkeling in Hananama Bay in Hawaii, and like, it's just so unique. It's almost like I could smell the warm sandy sand. I can smell the water. I can smell this sort of like salty, sort of marine accord that you get after you've been in the water for a while. You just sort of smell like this watery saltiness in your nose. This gives me that sort of effect because of that cardamom with the clary sage and that neroli. Neroli is a really beautiful flower accord to mix into fragrances when you're trying to do marine accords. It's very just bright, it's inviting. Something about neroli really does work well with, I feel like, aquatic fragrances. It adds a sort of marine effect. It's a really beautiful floral that really aids in aquatic fragrances to smell more aquatic, in my opinion. They add a almost sort of sunny effect to the fragrance. This literally smells like a vacation. Like, I don't know. It smells like you are playing in the water. This smells like something you would find a seahorse playing and living in. It really does smell like a coral reef. It's bright, it's sunny. It smells blue. I smell yellow. I smell the sun. I smell the water. It's really an experience. This is one of those fragrances you have to experience. It's so hard to explain when it's just art. It's all about interpretation. It's all about how you're viewing the fragrance. When I smell this, I view it as my childhood growing up. I view it as those times my grandparents took us on vacation and we were playing in the water in Hawaii. There's something that's sort of sweet. It's sort of earthy. It's very marine. It's very fun. It's very inviting. It's warm. This fragrance is just so much. I really do enjoy it. This is one that is going to be so appropriate in the summertime. I feel like this could do well in the spring. This could do well in the beginning of autumn, as long as it's still warm out. This is going to be a stunning fragrance. I cannot wait for it to get warmer. I'm actually going to take this fragrance on vacation. I'm going on vacation in the next few days, and I'm going to a much warmer climate. So I'm really excited to be taking this with me on vacation. In my area right now, it is not the vibe. It is very cold out. We are in a winter snow advisory warning. It's very not cute outside. I'm like looking out my window right now and it's like snowing, but it's like slushy snow. So it looks like a Slurpee outside, and I'm not here for it. I am not here for it one bit. But I am here for this. This is a beautiful fragrance. I think it is a total win for Zoologist. I've been really loving their latest creations. I sampled Chipmunk, beautiful. I really want to get my nose on Musk Deer and Snowy Owl. Those are the two that I still haven't gotten. My number one is still Zoologist Bee. I love Zoologist Bee. I think it is so beautiful, so well done, so sexy, just so smooth and so true to like bees. Like, if you haven't gotten your nose on it, get your nose on it. It's such an interesting, beautiful fragrance. It takes you for such a ride. But so does this one. I really like it, you guys. I give it a 10 out of 10. Victor Wong, whatever you're doing it right. I appreciate you for the art that you're putting out and creating and working with these amazing perfumers to really let their creativity shine and create these beautiful works of art. These are timeless pieces that I truly do enjoy. And like I said, his brand makes me really excited for fragrance, for the perfumery world. I think this is beautiful. I think it is stunning. I think it is unique. There's no one else doing what Zoologist is doing, and I thank him for it. I really do love everything about this fragrance, and I love that my favorite sea animal got turned into one. Well, I mean, if you ever want to do a starfish one, I mean, I guess I won't be mad either. Not that, you know, I can only hope. Maybe one day. Who knows? Maybe we'll have Zoologist starfish or something. And they'll have like Patrick from SpongeBob like on the bottle with those big old boots. I will be so stoked. Okay, maybe not that picture, but something along those lines. Anyway, you guys, I hope you found this video informative. I hope that you took something from the video. I hope I helped explain what was going on, at least to me and my nose when I smelled this fragrance. Until next time, you guys, I will catch you in my next video. Bye.